talks about like we underestimate what we can do in a decade. You know, we overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in a decade. And I think so many times in this fast-paced society, we want everything to work right now. Like, how fast can it work? Can it happen right now? Oh my gosh, I tried to book a party and it didn't work. And so now I can't do paint parties. Do you know how many paint parties I've had to cancel? A lot. Do you know how many times I've been told no? So many times that it doesn't even affect me. Like, does not matter. Do not care if people tell me no. So there's so many times that we like think that everything has to happen right now. But guys, there's not a finish line. Like, when you reach those goals, when you reach those things, all of a sudden you think like there's supposed to be this huge parade. There's supposed to be confetti. Like, all these things are supposed to happen. I can tell you, I have reached many goals and many big goals in the past few years. And it's more about what happens during that than it is about reaching the goal. It's more about the person you become as you are reaching that goal than the actual goal itself. I say this out of experience. I say this because having fun while you're doing it, painting big, doing cool stuff while you are doing it is what it's all about. That's what life's all about. Not trying to reach this destination, because I promise you, that's why we have to put our security, our identity in God always. We have to do that, because if not, we reach these goals, no matter how big they are, and you'll feel empty. You'll just feel totally like, really? What was the point of that? And so we always have to bring it back to God. We always have to bring it back to our identity is in God. Our identity is in Christ, because if it's not, then what happens is we end up just going. We have this rat race, and then all of a sudden we reach it, what we think is supposed to be the end goal, and it doesn't mean a thing. Or we thought it was going to mean something bigger, or we thought our family was going to stand and applaud, and it just doesn't happen like that. There might be a few minutes of congrats, that's great, you did it, but really it's on to the next thing. And if we don't start thinking about, how can we make this paint party adventure awesome from the beginning, throughout, how can we make it throughout? How can we learn? What can we do to make ourselves better as we're going through this? Not just all about the final goals.